first please state your name for me?
Reverend Leroy Kirkland.
Okay.
I'm a member of Mount Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay.
Dr. Hazley is my pastor.
Alrighty. Now, I heard you talk about a situation that happened in, I think it was 1996, late 96, when Saudi Arabia soldiers were killed in the barracks in Saudi Arabia. Could you talk about that?
Yes, we were stationed in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and those soldiers, we had, I think it was like 35 or 40 soldiers that was stationed, that were living in the barracks, which is like dormitories, and we had been stopping Scuds missiles that were being launched at Saudi Arabia. We've been stopping them, and we've taken them out pretty well, but one got through, and that one hit the barracks there in Saudi, and it took out about 23, 24 soldiers. It killed about 23, 24 soldiers, if I remember correctly. But 19 of those soldiers were under my command. I was the first sergeant, and 19 of those soldiers were under my command. It wasn't a very pleasant experience to have to go into the barracks and try to recognize soldiers by their limbs instead of by their whole bodies. But due to the love of God and His grace and mercy, I wasn't there when the Scud hit. But if it had been my choice, after going in afterwards, I think I'd rather have been in the barracks with them.
Okay, now, I know there were, almost 30 casualties of our soldiers. Were there any civilian casualties? Because when I looked at that particular building, the buildings, it's kind of placed in with also civilians as well, right?
Yes, they were Saudi civilians and military and American civilians. There were civilians from all nations, because that's where we were housing them. Mm-hmm. So yes, there were civilians that got killed and injured, as well as military.
Yeah, right.
And being that we were joint service, they were not just Army. I'm Army. Mm-hmm. They were not just Army soldiers, but they were also Marines. They were also Navy. They were also not the Coast Guard, but airmen in those barracks also.
Okay, but in total, about how many people were killed from that?
That's a number that we
not sure of, or
we don't want to give, because it's only an estimation. The ones that we could identify was 22, but there were more.
Thank you very much, sir.